we go live about 6 minutes on the clock. You got plenty of time. I don't have a lot to say. And I loaded up the big commercial plus 2:30s. We may take a commercial or two more. I'll always turn to you and tell you that we're going to take a 30-second break. So it gives you a chance to load it up and go.
Run the commercial, I just got to hit fire ad, right?
Yeah, click on the one you want to run and then hit fire ad and it'll go. Video clips, right above the scoreboard, right above the control panel. You can minimize that window and it'll No problem. I'm used to doing this by myself, so any help I get is greatly appreciated.
Why don't you go ahead and hit live? Go ahead and hit live. Welcome back to Puckett Fieldhouse. Varsity game number 2 of the day. Earlier on, the CMU women opened up their season with a 90-36 victory over Kansas Christian College. And now it's time for men's action from Puckett Fieldhouse as the CMU men, 0-2 on the season, get ready to play Bacone College out of Oklahoma. They are 1-4 on the season, so they've gotten more ball games in. It is the second home game of the season for the Eagles, and they look for their first victory. Couple players back that were not in the lineup, ready to go on the opening night here from when they played Avila. This is Charlie Brown. Thanks for joining in here on the Eagle Sports Network. We've got this for you, and then tomorrow we've got football action from Davis Field here in Fayette on the campus of Central Methodist University, as the Eagles will take on the Pioneers of Mid-American Nazarene at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Season finale, Senior Day for the Eagles. And we're just about set for action here. We got about 3.5 minutes to go before the opening tip, or at least before the national anthem and the starting lineups. We'll have prayer, anthem, and then lineups, and then we'll be about ready to go here on the Eagles Sports Network. We will be here tonight, and then we'll be back. We are supposed to be here for a game on Monday night, but indications are that's a women's game. Indications are that may not be played because it's Harris Stowe, and they may have some issues in their school. So we will let you know about that. Just continue to check the CMU website, the athletics page, and you'll be able to see when the ball games are. If that one does not take place, the next scheduled one for us to carry will be on the 24th of November when Clark comes into town for women's and men's action. That'll be a 5:30 women's start and a 7:30, give or take a little bit, men's start after that. Women got off to a good start. Their first game of the season with a bunch of new ball players, one returning player from last year. Got off to a big start as they were up 57-17 at the half, and then just cruised to the 90-36 victory at the end of it. So just about set to go. Bacone comes in again, and I believe I read on their website that they got a win the other night, and that broke a 47-game losing streak that they had. So Eagles look to put them back on a losing streak if possible as they look for their first win of the season. We'll have starters for you, as I can give those to you now. We do not have hardly any information on Bacone. Their lineups, they give us the year in school and the position they play. We have two players listed with heights of 5'10" and 6 feet, and 3-player hometowns, and everything else is a blank. So really can't tell you a lot about their ball players other than their names and their number and what year in school they might be. But for them, it will be, their starters will be number 2, DeMontez Davis, a junior. Number 3, Joe Bird, a junior. Number 11, LaCorian Ballard, a junior. 15, Stephen Moore, a junior. And 22, Dean Austin, a junior. So all juniors, no seniors on the team, all juniors, and a couple of freshmen on their squad. For the Eagles, they will go like this, and we'll repeat that when they are introduced. Kyle McDermott, a 6'3 senior out of Frankfort, Illinois. Austin Fisher, number 3, a 5'11 junior out of Clarksville, Tennessee. Trent Lyles, a 6-foot sophomore, number 10 from Sedalia, Missouri. Number 23, Fodi Kamara, a 6'6 senior out of Queens, New York. And Chandler Bevins, a 6'7 junior out of Cahokia, Missouri, are your starters. We will see if we have if the players come out and line up for anthem or whether we go straight into player introductions. There's the buzzer indicating that we're getting ready to do something.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome.
We'll get a public service announcement from the Heart of America Conference Red. We have a decent-sized crowd with everything considered going on around the nation right now.
Character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership.
So, all things taken into account. Good to get this going. Talking to Coach Sherman last week at the last ball game, I said, well, maybe you'll be able to get through it without too many issues. And he says, nope, there's just no way. There is going to be an issue. We will get shut down at some point in time, and there's nothing we can do about that. We just have to do it. Talking to Rachel Moore, the SID here at Central Methodist, they've built in some dates where they can do some makeup games if they do get canceled out at some point. So we'll see how that all works. We're just about set to go. PA announcer finishing up with his announcements of the corporate sponsors. Bacone College. DeMonte Davis. Said he's 6'2". 6-foot guard Joe Bird. 5'10", LaCorian Ballard. 6'2". And a 6-foot guard, Dean Austin. So they are small, but so was Avila. And Avila battled and came back and won the ball game against Central. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Chandler Blevins had a huge game against Avila as he's got a height advantage at 6'7" over Avila. Their biggest player was 6'3", and I think that's about what we've got here in Bacone. Kyle McDermott, 6'3" senior, Frankfort, Illinois. 5'10" junior, number 3, Austin Fisher from Clarksville, Tennessee. 6-foot sophomore from Sedalia, Sacred Heart High School in Sedalia. Saw him play in high school. Trent Lyles, 6'6", senior. Fody Kamara out of the Queens, New York, and a 6'7" junior from Cahokia, Chandler Bevins. No anthem. So we're just about ready to go. Jeff Sherman in his 36th this season at Central Methodist. Assistant coaches Matt Sherman and graduate assistant Brent Shuck. So I've got something else going on my laptop that I need to take care of here real quick. I'm monitoring another ball game that's going on tonight that my crew has something to do with. So I just need to turn the sound off on that so that doesn't play in the background, and I will check on that from time to time. So pull my stuff back up here, pop that up, and we are ready to go. It'll be Bevins jumping for the Eagles with Dean Austin tipped right back. Lyles with it. Trent Lyles did not play in the Avila game. McDermott, Bevins, Kamara. There's Fisher for a 3 straight away, hits it. Austin Fisher with the first points of the ball game, and the Eagles are off and running, up 3-0. Bacone. Jumper from the baseline, don't go anywhere. Fody Kamara with it. Underneath, nice pass from Lyles to Bevins, and it's 5-0. For those of you that are getting your first look at number 10 in the gray uniform for Central Methodist, that is Trent Lyles, and he is I saw him in high school. He is a tremendous athlete. Big hops, lots of speed. He played in a small school setting, and there's an offensive foul call, moving pick against Bacone. And I've heard it called Bacone, and I've heard it Bacone, so if I am offending you by calling it the wrong name, I apologize. Lyles with the basketball. Lyles played 8-man football. He was the quarterback, defensive back, punt returner, kick returner, punter. He did a little bit of everything. Bevins misses on the first try at it, gets it back, goes back up and misses again. And down with the rebound is Davis. Ahead, off it goes. Bevins knocks it down. Here comes McDermott. Tries to go for a lob to Kamara, but it's knocked out of bounds. Didn't lob it high enough, and Kamara got cut off underneath the basket, so he was not able to get the alley-oop. Fisher to get it in. There's McDermott. Touch pass. Right back to McDermott. Straightaway three for him, and he hits it. 8-0 in favor of the Eagles. They come out hot. They started hot against Avila. They were up 15-2 and then cooled off mightily after that. So let's see if they can maintain this a little while longer in this ball game. This is Ballard. Three on the way and good by Dean Austin. 8-3. Fisher. Lyles. Bevins. McDermott. Into the corner, Lyles. Bevan being pinned underneath. McDermott straight away from where he just made one. Hits another one. 3 for 3 from three-point land. 11-3 Eagles. This is Bird with the ball. Moore. Back to Bird. Austin in the corner. Ballard underneath. Shot deflected. McDermott on the run out. Lays it up and in. Kyle McDermott with 8 and a quick timeout. Called by Bacone. Let's go ahead. We're only a couple of minutes into it. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break, and we'll be back right after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We're back after that quick timeout. 2 minutes and 48 seconds into it, and it is 13-3 in favor of Central. Kyle McDermott off to a fast start, a couple of threes and a 2, and he's got 8 points. Bacone back out of their timeout. Eagles back on the floor. Kamara and Bevins at 6'6", 6'7", by far the two biggest players on the court for either team. Austin into the corner to Bird. Turned away from there. This is Ballard. Davis with the ball now. Spots up a 3 on the way. Off the back iron, no good. McDermott with a rebound. Takes it away from Fisher, his own teammate. Kamara looks inside, gets it to Bevan, spins to the hoop, lays it up, no good, off the glass, tipped around, right back to him. Lyles straight away for a 3. Can't get it to go, and down with a rebound is Ballard. 3 in the air, misses everything, as that was Davis. Lyles. Bevins tries to get it inside to Bevins, but it's tipped away. Turnover by the Eagles. There's a bump, no foul called on that. Fisher with it. As Davis took it to the hoop looking for some harm, didn't get a call. Fisher lines a 3 up, can't get it to go. Kamara with a rebound, kicks it right back out. Fisher's got it lined up again. This one also misses. Settling for threes with a big height advantage. Ballard. Another error ball by Davis. McDermott runs down the court, gets a pass from Fodi Kamara and lays it up, and he's in double figures with 10. And we are 4 minutes and 10 seconds into this ballgame. And a 3 on the way and good by Bird. Couple of subs getting ready to come in for the Eagles. Bevins inside. Kicks it right back out. Fisher Misfired on his last couple of threes. Passes that one up. Tries to go back to Bevins on a little alley-oop. A bump. Bevins can't get it to go, but Kamara gets it back underneath the Bevins. He lays it up. No good. Tipped around again. Kamara has it. Can't get it to go. They're going to get on about the 5th try here. And finally it goes in after the whistle blows. Stephen Moore, his second foul. Jaden McGrew and Jacob Moore check in. Also checking in is Jeff Salmon. So 3 new players in for the Eagles. Underneath it goes to Kamara. Kicks it back out. Simon with it. Can't get the 3 to go. And it's going to go to Bacone. The Warriors with the ball. 4 subs on the bench for them, none of which have made it into the ball game. I take that back. 33, Jacoby Durant is in, and he has the ball right there. More on him. Durant kicks it around, spins, and scores. That's a mismatch. Durant's about 5'10", and Moore is 6'5". Out to the corner. Salmon with another 3 on the way. That one is good. Jeff Salmon with a 3, and it's 18-8, 14.5 to go here in the opener. And there's a 3 on the way by Joe Bird, and a timeout by the Eagles. We'll just keep it here as Coach Sherman wants to talk about why they're not guarding that guy. Bird with a pair of 3s. Has 6 in the ball game. It's a 7-point advantage. We played 5.5 minutes and 29 points on the board. I was going to mention earlier whenever the subject came up, Bacone gives up a lot of points. They're 1-4, and they are scoring a lot of points, but they're giving up a lot more. So this could be a track meet, and I don't know if Bacone brought enough players for a track meet. They've played 6 so far, and it will be Central basketball. Kamara to inbound the ball to McGrew. McGrew is a 6'3" sophomore from Garland, Texas. He did not play in the Avila ball game. Fisher with the ball does. Kamara looks inside. There's Moore. Kicks it right back out. Fisher down the lanes. Gets to the hoop. Puts it up. Can't get it to go, but he's going to go to the free throw line and shoot a pair of free throws. Jacoby Durant with a foul, his first personal foul, and to the free throw line. Austin Fisher. First one scoops out, no good. Second one is good, 19-11. Bird. Couple of 3s for him. And into the ball game, back in the game, Stephen Moore. Eagles are guarding a 3-point line now as the ball's not going inside very much. Salmon with a rebound. Fisher ahead to McGrew. Salmon, another 3 in the air and on the way. That one scoops out, no good. And down with the rebound comes Ballard. To the hoop, lays it up and in over McGrew. 19-13. Salmon on the other side. Another 3 on the way. That one is no good as well. He's hit a couple, missed a couple. And here comes Bird. He's got a couple. Ball's tipped away, ends up in Durant's hands after being knocked around, and he's fouled as he goes up to shoot. Trey Meany gets ready to step in. A 6'5" junior out of Columbia. Durant's first free throw rolls around and in. 19-14. Kyle McDermott back in. He's got 10 points in the ball game. Fisher goes to the bench. Bevins went to the bench. Meany came in for him. Second free throw in the air and good. 19-15, closest it's been since early on. Eagles got out to a 5-0 lead, so this is as close as it's been since the first two possessions of the game. McGrew. McDermott. Moore backs his way in, kicks it out. Meany from the corner, three on the way, good. Trey Meany. Trey Meany with the tray, 21-15. Bird got a couple of threes, fires another one up and hits another one. Coach Sherman not going to be happy with that. Shakes his head. Kyle McDermott, McGrew, Meany. Salmon in the corner, dribbles back top of the key. Meany looks inside, nobody there. McGrew, 15 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Takes it down the lane, kicks it to the corner. Salmon squares up, fires a three, can't get it to go. Bird, another three on the way. That one doesn't bank in. And Moore with a rebound. And we have a track meet. It's up and down the play clock because they could turn that shot clock off. It's not going to be necessary. Jaden McGrew with his first points of this game, and it is 24-18. This is Ballard. Austin. Free throw line jumper, scoops around and out, no good. McGrew with the rebound, going to run it out of there, being pressured all the way around. Meany goes to the hoop. It'd be a blocking foul called against the Warriors.
Warrior foul number 15, Stephen Moore. That foul is
Stephen Moore, that is his third foul already, and Jacob Whitehorse gets ready to check in after this first free throw. On the Eagles side, we've got Chris Orozco getting ready to check in. Free throw is good by Meany. And also checking in is Marcus Anthony.
number 0, Marcus Anthony. Number 32, Chris Orozco.
Jacob Moore goes out. Jeff Salmon goes out. Second free throw too hard. And down with the rebound is Whitehorse. He is a freshman. Bird into the lane. Runner halfway down, won't go. Anthony with the rebound. Brings it up, continues on. Going to take it right to the hoop. Lays it up left-handed, can't get it to go. Orozco working hard inside. Keeps it alive. Anthony gets it, puts it up. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. It looks like that will go on Jacob Whitehorse.
Whitehorse set foul his first, 15 foul. Stepping to the line for the Eagles, number 0, Marcus Anthony.
So Anthony at the free throw line. First free throw is good. His first point of the ball game.
Number 2, Davis.
DeMonte Davis back in. Second free throw off the back iron, no good. And Davis with the rebound. Whitehorse a long way from the hoop. Ballard. Three-pointer, and it's good. McDermott with a three. He was hot early, not so much now. Meany battles for it, tied up underneath. It will go to Bacone. 5-point advantage for the Eagles. On the baseline, that is Durant. Three from the corner by Davis, no good, tipped around. And Anthony comes down with a rebound. Try to get it inside, and a travel called on McGrew. Trent Lyles checks back in. McGrew checks out. Kamara checks back in. Meany checks out. Meany did nice work. Got 4 points in his couple of minutes in there. We're approaching halfway through this first half of action. 26-21. Fast start. Slowed down a little bit, especially on the scoring end of it. Baseline jumper rattles around no good, and Kamara with a rebound. Kicks it out in a hurry to Meany. 3-on-3. Corner it goes. McDermott, baseline fake. And there will be a blocking foul underneath the basket as McDermott was going to kick it back out. And that will go on Durant. That's his second personal foul, and that's team foul number 6. That's what it says. So it looks like it could be, I think this should be a 1-and-1 if we're at 6. And Central's going to take a timeout. We'll stay here while they sort all of this out. 26-21. And we'll give you some information. I want to thank the corporate sponsors for their continued support of CMU Athletics. MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company. I lived in Fayette for quite a while, and I know quite a few of those people involved with this. Good folks all the way around. Jennings Premium Meats has some great packages that you might want to look into. We bought the pork package not too long ago, and we've gone through almost all the pork steak and pork chops that we got out of that rack, and we're getting ready to order some more, another load of it, and we haven't had this load much more than a month. It's 50 pounds of pork, and you want to trade out something that's in that package for something else, they'll be glad to do that for you. So we thank them for their support of CMU Athletics. And Howard Electric and Commercial Trust, brand new coming on for basketball season, so we thank them. Commercial Trust, been a bank in Fayette for over 100+ years. Into Kamara, he goes up and gets it, goes up, puts a shot up and gets it to bank in. Footy Kamara. His first basket of the ball game. And it's 28-21, 7-point advantage. This is Davis. Whitehorse. Durant in the corner, trying to find a way down the lane. They're going to get Kamara, I believe, for reaching in. Yep, Kamara, his first personal foul, only the second team foul. Durant inbounds. Got Anthony on him. Austin. And there's an offensive foul, a little bit of a push off as he tried to get a little bit of room. Foul goes on him. His first personal foul, offensive foul, no free throws to be shot. Here comes Trent Lyles bringing it up the court. To Kyle McDermott. Orozco underneath to Kamara. Tries to find his way underneath the basket. Does. Puts his shot up. Can't get it to go. Davis with the rebound. Kamara found himself just a little bit too far underneath the basket. Davis to the hoop. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Tipped around. Anthony comes out with it. Needs to slow down. Finds McDermott, who steps through. Puts it off the glass. Can't get it to go. And an offensive foul on Kyle McDermott. His first personal foul. Team foul number 3. Austin Fisher gets ready to check back in. And Kyle McDermott checks out. This is Ballard to bring the ball up. Got Lyles on him. Austin. Durant. Anthony seals him off. And as Ballard tries to work his way through traffic, he's fouled. That foul goes on Lyles. His first, team's fourth. Ballard, Davis, Durant has his shot blocked by Orozco. Underneath, they feed Orozco, so he blocks it on one end, lays it in on the other, let the big man run the court and give him a chance to touch the ball for all that hard work. He blocked the shot on the way down and gets the layup on the other end, and he goes after it again, but he's going to be called for a foul on this one, as Dean Austin will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws.
Eagle foul 32, Chris Orozco. That foul his first.
First personal foul, team foul number 5.
Dean Austin.
First free throw good, nothing but net. 30-22. Three points in the game, and he misses the second one. Kamara with the rebound, and here's Lyles. Fisher gets a pick from Orozco, goes around it. Inside it goes to Orozco with Whitehorse on him. He spins in the lane, gets it up, gets it to go, and he's going to go to the free throw line as he's fouled. Jacob Whitehorse with his second foul, and he will leave, and back into the ball game is Joe Bird. Orozco with 4 points here. Scoops in and out, no good, and Austin with the rebound. Here comes Bird, and you better find out who's got him, and he's got a terrible mismatch. He's got Orozco on him, and he's a three-point shooter. There's Ballard through the lane with a step through and makes it the shot. He's got 7 in the ball game. Lyles down the lane. Little runner, scoops around, rolls in. Lyles. His first basket of the ball game. Bird looking for room against Orozco. Durant, shake and bake, around, puts it up and in. Jacoby Durant. 34-26, 8-point advantage for the Eagles. And there's Jacoby Durant picking up foul number 3 for him. He will leave, and Whitehorse will come right back in. He's got 2 fouls. So 2 players from Bacone in foul trouble with 3 fouls apiece. That would be Stephen Moore, rather. And Durant. Marcus Anthony at the line. First free throw is good. That's his second point of the ball game. Stretches it out to a 9-point advantage. Second one rattles around but stays in. Kyle McDermott checks in. Anthony checks out after the made free throw.
24, Chandler Evans also checking in.
Davis to the hoop. Bank, no good. Fisher with the rebound, no numbers, but he's going to take it down the lane, pull up, goes to the corner to McDermott, but just misses a little bit as he kind of got caught up in the air. Eaton Smith checks into the ball game. Timeout by Central as McGrew checks back in. We'll stay here. Give you a quick rundown on the scoring part of this. Kyle McDermott with 10 for the Eagles. 4 points apiece for Austin Fisher and Trey Meany. 3 points, Jeff Salmon. 2 points from Jacob McGrew and Trent Lyles. And a point for Marcus Anthony. Or 3 points for Marcus Anthony. I'm looking, waiting for everything to be caught up. On the other side, 9 points for Joe Bird, 7 points for Ballard, and 4 points for Austin. Bevan's back in the ball game. Eagles going big again, 6'6", 6'7" on the floor. Biggest player listed anywhere or said so far on the Bacone side is 6'3". It's a 10-point advantage with 6:30 to go. First half of action. Women won earlier, 90-36 over Kansas Christian. Reserve game, reserve varsity, won their ball game over Park in between the women's game and this one. Bird, 3 on the way. This one's no good. He's cooled off a little bit. Bevins with a rebound. McGrew up ahead to McDermott. Kamara in the lane, pushed out by the free throw line. And they did not reset the 30-second clock. So it goes off in the middle of that possession. And they'll talk about that because that was not 30. Coach Sherman waves at his players. Come here while they figure this out. Let's talk a little more. So the conversation on the side, and they're looking at the replay monitor over there to see the previous play as to how much time was on the game clock when the Eagles got possession, so they would know how much time there's left on the play clock as well. 5:57 to go, 10-point advantage for Central. And while they do that, I will tell you, AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all your internet needs. They are a proud supporter. So they have decided to put 19 on the shot clock. And Central will have the basketball underneath their own basket. Fisher, Kamara, Bevins, McGrew, and McDermott. Underneath it goes. Nice out-of-bounds play. Kamara brought it in, cut through a pick, got the ball back underneath the basket, lays it up and in. He's got 4, and the lead's up to 12 for the Eagles. Smith into the ball game recently. This is Ballard. Bird, around it, comes into the corner to Davis. He's going to take a 3. It's not going to be online. It's off. Kamara gets the rebound. Almost turns it over as it hits McDermott in the arm. He gets it down. Fisher takes it to the hoop. Can't get it to go. Bevins has his shot blocked. Knocked down. No foul. Ballard underneath. Tries to scoop it. Can't get it to go. McGrew ahead to Bevins. To Fisher. He takes it to the hoop and has his shot blocked. So it's end-to-end action without anything happening. Score-wise, Dean Austin back into the game. Trent Lyles checks back in, and Fisher checks out. And we have a timeout by Bacone. So we'll stay here with it. 5:06 to go, 12-point advantage for the Eagles. And tell you that Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignment, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. Proud supporter of Eagle Athletics. Our next game is scheduled to be here that we do on next Monday night when the women are expected to host Harris Stowe, but I understand that there's a good possibility that game will not take place because of some issues with Harris Stowe. If that be the case, our next broadcast here on the Eagle Sports Network would be on the 24th, women and men's doubleheader when Clark comes to town. So 5:06 to go. We're back to action. Jumper won't go, but Kamara gets the rebound, throws it all the way out. Lyles gets it back. 15 on the shot clock. Is Durant trying to hang with him. McGrew going to take it down the lane, lays up a little floater, rolls around and in. Jaden McGrew. 4 points for him in the ball game. Pretty balanced scoring as it was Kyle McDermott off and flying at the start of this. He has 10 points. And there's Bird taking it to the hoop, and Bird's got 11 now in the ball game. Back to a 12-point advantage. 4:20 to go here in the first half. Bevins trying to get down the lane, gives it to Kamara, who's got a shot lined up. And McGrew with a foul as he pushes, and down to the turf, or the court, is LaCoria and Ballard.
Eagle foul, number 11, Jaden McGrew. That foul, his second.
Second personal foul on McGrew, 6-team foul. Everybody shooting bonus free throws from now on for the rest of the half. Eagles will be in the double bonus on the next foul. 1-1 for Bacone. Whitehorse. Ballard. 3 on the way with defender in his face. Hits it. Back under 10 at 9. McDermott hasn't had much going since he hit a couple of early threes. Bevins underneath, tries to get it in, and he does over Whitehorse. Chandler Bevins with his 4th point of the ball game, and it's back to an 11-point advantage. Whitehorse doesn't look like he's an offensive threat. Almost throws it away, and he gets the ball back out to Austin. Durant passes it off. Austin gets it back. 3 on the way and good. Dean Austin. 7 points in the game for him. 8-point advantage. Lyles going to be fouled by Durant, and I think that's foul number 4 on Durant.
Warrior foul, number 33, Jacoby Durant. That foul, his 4th.
Yep, Jacoby Durant with his 4th foul.
Trent Lyles at the line shooting 2 for the Eagles.
And that'll bring off the bench Shaquem Prince Sadler right after this first free throw by Lyles. He's got 2 points in the ball game. Make it 3. And Prince Sadler into the ball game. Meany checks in. Kamara checks out. Second free throw, also good by Lyles. There's a long 3 that doesn't get anywhere. That was by Bird, who's been feeling it, but he didn't have that one. He was about 5 feet beyond range. Lyles gets a pick, crossover, tries to take it to the hoop, ends up McDermott in the corner. Step back 3 and a travel call. He had the 3 lined up. Defender got in his way. He stepped back, took an extra half step to get in there.
Entering the contest for the Eagles, number 3, Austin Fisher.
Fisher back in. McDermott out. That was Austin with a 3 that bounces off, no good. Ball tipped. Nice save there by Ballard. Bird puts it up and in. Nice save by Ballard. Back in to Joe Bird. Bird with 13 now. 2 players from Bacone in double figures. Anthony Fisher. 3-guard attack right now for the Eagles. Bevins. He's fouled out in front and then goes onto the basket, and a couple bodies go flying everywhere, Bevins being one of those. And that is on Jacob Whitehorse. That's his third personal foul. So 2 players with 3 and a player with 4 for Bacone, and they only have what appears to be 8 players dressed and ready to go on their bench. There's a couple more sitting over there, but they don't look like they're ready to go. Bevins misses the first free throw. McGrew back in. Jaden McGrew back in. Chris Orozco getting ready to check in at the first dead ball, and there's a jump ball on the second free throw that was missed as well. And that will belong to Central. 20 seconds, they say, on the shot clock. Eaton Smith back in. Eaton Smith. McGrew. Fisher with a 3 on the way, no good. Goes through a couple sets of hands and ends up in Anthony's hands, and he steps on the end line for a turnover. (44-36) in favor of the Eagles as we're under 2 minutes to go. There was an extra step or 2 in there by Austin, but he gets it to go. He's got 9. Meany to Anthony. Back to Meany in the corner. 3 on the way, no good. Tipped around, and it comes all the way out to Davis, or to Bird. Meany kind of gets him to change his shot a little bit, but there is Ballard to clean it up, and it is down to a 6-point game. Jaden McGrew pulls it out. Going to slow down a little bit as we approach 1 minute. There's Meany, another 3 on the way from him. Misses again. As the Eagles are just firing threes, even though they've got a huge height advantage. There's Austin with a 3, and he scores. And the lead, they say it's only a 2. He's got 12, and it's down to a 4-point advantage. And there's a blocking foul called, and that will go against 23, Shaquem Prince Sadler.
Warrior foul, number 23, Prince Sadler. Foul is his first.
Fody Kamara getting ready to check back in.
At the line for the Eagles, number 11, Jaden McGrew.
McGrew at the line. He's got 4 points. Central 7 of 13 from the free throw line. First one rattles around and stays in. Meany going to leave. Kamara checks in. .1. And there's Orozco picking up the rebound. Can't get it to score. Tip knocked out of bounds. And they've reset the score. Now it's 45-43 instead of 42. So it was a 3-pointer on the other end. 17 on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock. Eagles have had to lead the entire, now they reset it to 20 seconds on the shot clock, had to lead the entire first half, and now they just lead by 2. And Bacone's going to get a chance to get the ball back and score. There's Kamara down the lane, and he's going to be called for a travel. Shot clock off, game clock at 29.4. Bacone can shoot play for the last shot of this half. Go in tied or take the lead or turn it over and give the Eagles a chance to score again before halftime. Ballard with Fisher on him. Into the corner. Back out. Smith with the basketball. Under 10. This is Ballard. He's going to take it hoopward. Loses the handle on it. Goes off of McGrew with 5.4 to go. Catch, dribble, time or 2, shoot. Ballard has it. Into the corner. 3 on the way, and good by Prince Sadler. His only points of the half, and at halftime, Bacone has the lead. 46-45. So a lead that at one point in time was 11 is gone in the last couple of minutes, and Bacone goes to the locker room with a 46-45 lead. We're going to go ahead and go to our long commercial here in just a second, then we'll be back with some halftime stats right after this on the Eagle Sports Network. It's halftime. Bacone with a 46-45 lead, their only lead of the half. A three-pointer at the buzzer at the end of the first half to give them the lead. So we're going to go over and get you some stats here as we pump those up for you so you can see a little bit more. Field goal percentage, pretty much the same. Central shooting 42%, Bacone 45, almost 46%. Bacone 9 of 19 from 3 points for 47%. Central 5 of 17 for 29%. Free throws, Bacone 3 of 4 for 75. Central 8 of 15 for 53.3. Rebounds, Central 33, including 12 offensive, 15 total, no offensive rebounds for Bacone. 13 assists for Central to 7 for Bacone. Bacone has 2 steals to 1 for Central. Turnovers, 8 turnovers for Central, 3 for Bacone. 2 block shots for Central, 1 for Bacone. Scoring leader, Bird has 13 for Bacone. McDermott has 10, and he got all of those in the first 4 minutes. Rebound leader, Ballard with 6. And he's listed as 5'10" on the program. Camara has 9 rebounds for Central. Lyles with 3 assists. Ballard leads with 4. Bench scoring, 19 for Central, 11 for Bacone. 20 points in the paint to 12. Central Methodist with 20, Bacone with 12. Points off of turnovers. Bacone with 5 points off of turnovers, and Central with 0. Kyle McDermott, leading scorer with 10. Jaden McGrew with 5. And then after that, you have Chandler Bevins, Chris Orozco, Fody Camara, Trent Lyles, Trey Meany, Austin Fisher, all with 4. 3 points for Marcus Anthony and 3 points for Jeff Salmon. For Bacone, they are led. They have 3 players in double figures. They are led by Joe Bird with 13. Dean Austin with 12. LaCorion Ballard with 10. 6 points for Jacoby Durant. 3 points for Shaquem Prince Sadler, the 3 right at the end of the half. And that is all of the scoring, but foul-wise, that's where there's some big numbers on the Bacone side. Jacoby Durant has 4 fouls. Jacob Whitehorse, 3. Stephen Moore with 3. For Central, foul trouble-wise, Jaden McGrew has got 2, and Fody Camara has 2. But those are the only ones with more than 1 for the Eagle side. 9 minutes to go. Coach Sherman, I'm sure, is having a spirited conversation in his locker room right now about the fact that they have settled for 3-pointers when they have a huge height advantage inside. The largest player that we heard anybody mention so far on the Bacone side is 6'3". Bevins is 6'7", and Camara is 6'6", and then they have players coming off the bench. Moore is 6'5". Orozco is 6'6". And I'm looking to see who else on here is Trey Meany is 6'5". So the Eagles have 5 or 6 players taller than the tallest player on Bacone. But what Bacone is doing is they're fanning out and shooting threes and driving to the hoop, and that's been a successful recipe for them so far. And this is very much like the Avila game was that started the season off. Avila was very much undersized, battled inside to negate the height advantage as best they could. They fanned out, shot threes, had 5 guards on the floor, which means somebody big from Central had to guard a guard. And in this case, a couple of times in this ball game, it was Orozco at 6'6", who was guarding a 5'10" guard, which is not going to turn out well away from the ball or away from the basket. So there's where we're at. We still got 7+ minutes to go. Women won 90-36 over Kansas Christian earlier today, and then the reserve game in between the 2 varsity games, the Central Methodist reserve, and come away with a 7-point or come away with a win. It ended up being almost, I think it was a 10-point game. So let's see what the Eagles decide to do. Again, Kyle McDermott was all over the start of it as he had 10 points in about the first 4 minutes. And that's what he ended up with, was 10 points. Let's see if the Eagles work for a little bit better than 3-point shooting. They attempted 17 threes in the first half. They attempted 21 twos and 17 threes. So that kind of tells you that they backed out and took threes, and they hit a bunch of them early. And then after that, they didn't hit any. I think McDermott had 2 or 3 threes right away. I think Fisher had a 3 right away, and they've only made 5 total, so they didn't make too many more after that. Meany made 1, and that was it. Everything else has been a miss. As I look down my 3-point shooting, McDermott 2 of 4, Fisher 1 of 4, Meany 1 of 3, Wiles 0 of 1, Salmon 1 of 6 for 5 of 17 from beyond the arc. I mean, it's understandable when you're undersized. You've got basically 2 choices with your offense when you're the shorter team on the floor: fan out and shoot threes, or try and beat your bigger guy to the hoop with quickness and try and get either a layup or get to the free throw line, and that's kind of what Bacone has done. We're under a minute to go. We'll see who the starters are when we come back out. For both sides, we'll identify them as they come on the floor. We're just a few seconds away, and it looks if the possession arrow is correct, it's indicating that Bacone will have the basketball to start half number 2. We're on pace for an upper 80s, 90-point effort on both sides, and that's kind of the way Bacone plays. They give up a lot of points, they score a lot of points. McDermott, Bevins, Kamara, Fisher, and Lyles, the original starting 5 for the Eagles. Bird, Ballard, Davis, Whitehorse, and Austin on the floor for Bacone. This is Ballard with the ball. Whitehorse, not a scoring threat, especially not from out there. Davis, Bevins on him. A little bit of a mismatch. Bird kicks it out. Austin with a 3 on the way and good. Dean Austin, 15 points in the ball game for him, and the biggest lead for Bacone at 4 early here in half number 2. Bevins is going to spin to the lane, turns in the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go. 2 players from Bacone fight over it. Bevin ends up with it, misses again. And Ballard with the rebound. Ballard at 5'10". Leading rebounder in the game. He's got 7 now. Kicked out. Jumper halfway down and won't stay down for Stephen Moore. McDermott to the hoop, can't get it to go. Kamara cleans up the rebound and scores, and it's 49-47. First points of the second half. 6 points for Kamara in the ball game. Ballard splits it. And there is a travel as Stephen Moore tried to go to the hoop, got cut off, and ended up trying to pass. Chris Orozco checks in. Bevan checks out. Orozco getting rewarded for all of his effort in the first half as he put out a lot of effort on both ends of the floor. Kamara spins baseline, goes to the hoop, lays it up and in, and he's got 8. This is Davis, top of the key. Moore, Ballard, little push off, gets away with it, puts it up and in. Ballard with 12 in the ball game. Back to a 2-point advantage. There's Orozco down in the lane, gets shoved out, puts it up. And a foul is going to be called, and lobbying for no foul to be called is Dean Austin. His second personal foul. First team foul of the second half. Chris Orozco. And Austin still asking the question. Finally taps the official, says, I got it, understand. Orozco at the line. 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Hits that one. Can tie the game up at 51 with a free throw here. No good. Tipped around and ends up in the hands of Davis. Ballard with it. He's got Lyles on him. Bird on the switch off. Now Austin. Bird looking to get a pick. Now he's got a Roscoe on him, and he likes that matchup a lot. Pulls up for a 3, lets her go, won't get it to go. Fisher with a rebound, pulls it away and heads down the floor. Kamara takes a dribble, gets it into a Roscoe, tries to feed it back inside, and it's tipped away and ends up on the floor, and out with it comes Austin. Ballard pulls up, jumper on the way, doesn't draw anything. Kamara with a rebound, and that'll get him to double figures in rebounds. Lyles down the lane, hangs, glides to the hoop, lays it up and in. And the Eagles with a 1-point lead. Coach Sherman pulls his mask down and yells at his defense to do it. This is Davis with the ball. And there will be a foul on the way to the hoop. Rivers on the bottom of that pile. Fisher on the bottom of that pile. Davis looks like it will be out of bounds and not. Jaden McGrew checks in. Ballard in the corner. It is Bird with the ball now. Ballard and Austin doing the majority of the scoring. McGrew with a rebound off the miss by Moore. Lyles. Fisher. Orozco. Spin to the basket, puts it up and in. Chris Orozco with 7 in the ball game now. 3-point advantage for the Eagles. Ballard with the ball. Austin with a 3. That one comes up short. As the game goes on and the legs start to give out a little bit, the threes come up short. Kicked all the way over. Fisher in the corner. Wants to go underneath the baseline. Orozco back out by the free throw line. Can't get it to go, and Ballard with another rebound. Three on the way and good. Dean Austin, 18 points in the game for him, and we're knotted back up at 54 again. Lyles with Bird on him. Orozco out away from the basket. Kamara underneath. Finds Fisher, lays it up and in. Nice look. Nice cut to the hoop. Eagles back up 2. And we've got a timeout called, and it's going to be a full timeout. So let's take a quick 30-second break and be back right after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We are back. 14:47 to go. Eagles by 2. Timeout by Bacone. Scoreboard says they have 3 left. The Eagles have 4 timeouts left. We'll get you the players on the court for the Eagles when they come back out from this timeout. It'll be Bacone basketball on their end of the floor. It's Fisher, McGrew, Marcus Anthony, Kamara, and Jacob Moore checks into the ball game for the Eagles. Bird gets it in to Ballard. Bird with with 3 threes early in the ball game. He has 13 points, hasn't scored much lately. Got Fisher on him, Ballard with Anthony all over him. Little runner on the way by Bird, and he puts it in, and we're tied up again. Kamara from the free throw line, a jumper goes. He's got 10 in the ball game to go along with 11 rebounds. He's got a double-double. Ballard's about at the same point, and he's 5'10", and he's in the corner all by himself. There's a long 3 that was beyond NBA range. That one was attempted by Austin, misses. Fisher in the corner, McGrew. Inside it goes to Moore, tipped around, gets it to the corner. Anthony called for a travel as he was thinking about a 3, and then he ball faked and went around, but he didn't put the ball on the floor fast enough. 2-point advantage, 13:46 to go. Gonna look at Ballard's numbers because I think he's got 8 rebounds, so he's not far from a double-double for him. That was Moore with the basketball, and that's Moore that's got it back right there. And Kamara picks his pocket, and it's 3-on-1. Kamara spins it in, gets it back from McGrew. Spins it in, gets it to go, and it's a 4-point advantage for the Eagles. Ballard. Davis. Double teamed, trying to find somewhere to go, and there's a foul 40 feet from the basket. Fody Kamara with the foul, his second foul of the ball game. Second team foul of this. Jacob Whitehorse back in. Out goes Stephen Moore. Ballard, right wing. Ballard with a 3, squares it up, can't get it to go as it rims around, but the one player underneath, that'd be Davis, manages to win the battle for the ball and scoops it up and in. We're going to have a foul call. That's going through the lane was McGrew. He's fouled as he passes the ball off. Bird is the culprit of that. That's his second personal foul. Scoreboard says it's his first. Jaden McGrew. Fisher. Anthony with a three. Comes up short. Ballard with a rebound, and Anthony with a foul. Missed the shot, went after it. Foul trying to get it back. Kyle McDermott back in. 12:32 to go. Thought we were going to have a timeout. Everybody kind of thought we were going to have a timeout, but nobody called one. Davis gets a pick. Whitehorse. Ballard going to go to the hoop. Finds a way to spin it around Kamara and ties the game up at 60. We just go back and forth. One side will get the lead by about 3 or 4, and then a bad pass there as Austin picks it off. Pulls up for a three. Can't get it to go, and Kamara with another rebound. Fisher. McGrew. Fisher. Steps into a three. Can't get it to go. Ballard with a rebound. At 5'10", he has got a lot of rebounds in this game, and he continues on with it. McDermott out on the run. Lays it up and in. Kyle McDermott, first points for him in quite a while. And we have another timeout call, 62-60. We'll stay here and keep. And there it's back up, and I'm going to check and see what. Ballard has to be close. He's got 10 rebounds now, so he's got a double-double, and he's got the ball right there. Whitehorse, who's not going to shoot, hadn't taken a shot yet, and probably won't unless it's a layup somewhere. A little runner comes up short. Bevins with a rebound as Bird missed the little short one. Lyles, McDermott, thought about it. Kamara kicks it out. Lyles, McDermott now will take that three, comes up short. Ballard, McDermott hustles, knocks it away, and disrupts the play enough that Bird could not finish his layup. Lyles. Fisher, open three. Can't get it to go. Didn't follow his own shot, but it ends up running right back to him anyway. McDermott steps in, lays it up and in left hand. 4-point advantage for the Eagles, the biggest lead they've. Defense, the bench has come alive over on the central side. This is Bird. Austin to the hoop. Banks it up and gets it to go. He's got 20 in the game now. Yeah, they put too many points up on the board. Went from a 6-point lead on a 2-point basket to a 2-point lead. Now they take it off, and it's 66-62. McDermott around the pick. Pulls up for a three. Comes up short. Bird. Runner comes up short. Bevan with a rebound. Lyles pushes it into the corner. McGrew with a three-pointer on the way. Misses everything, and here comes Ballard on the run. Going to pull it out, slow it up just a little bit. 9:15 to go. That was Davis to the hoop. Didn't get it to go. Lyles. Fisher underneath. And gets it to go. Austin Fisher. Fisher with 8 in the ball game, and it's back to a 6-point advantage. Coach Sherman imploring his team to play defense again. Austin. Ballard. Right wing. Goes around McGrew and lays it up and in. McGrew gave up the baseline. Ballard went right around him. Ballard was 16, 20 for Austin. Ballard has 16, and Bird has 15. And McGrew goes right to the basket and gets the 2 points right back for the Eagles. Austin is bound and determined that he can hit an NBA three, and that has not happened the last few times down. McDermott has it go off of his knee out of bounds. Marcus Anthony in. Prince Sadler back in. Kamara checks back in. And we have a timeout called. See what the officials say. I think it's just a 30 seconds, so we'll stay here. 8:06 to go, 6-point advantage. Central down 1 at the half. Have outscored Bacone by 7 so far here in the second half. Kyle McDermott with 14 leading the Eagles. Fody Kamara with 12. 3 players on the Bacone side have 29. They have 59 of the 64 points between 3 players. So it'll be Bacone basketball. Anthony, Lyles, McGrew, Kamara, and Bevins on the floor for the Eagles. Davis, Bird, Ballard, Austin, and Whitehurst. Oh, not out on the floor is Prince Sadler instead. Ballard, that's Sadler. He made 1 basket in the first half. It was with 2 seconds to go and gave them the lead, only lead of the first half. Ballard run a little weave, trying to find a spot open to get to the hoop. Throws the ball behind, and the shot clock was going to run out on him anyway. So it's a turnover against Bacone. 7:35. Eagles look to stretch this out. They've got a 6-point advantage and the basketball. McGrew into the corner. Kamara, top of the key, Lyles. Looks around, back over to McGrew, back to Lyles. Kamara in the corner, not a threat to shoot a 3 from there, but he's going to take one now. Doesn't get it to go. Saved out of bounds. I don't know why they're wildly tipping the ball towards the basket. They still have plenty of time left, but it goes off Kamara out of bounds. McDermott back in. Anthony out. That trip down the floor got nothing for the Eagles. Austin, Ballard, Durant, Whitehorse, and Shaquem Prince Sadler. That's him going to the hoop there. Can't get it to go. McGrew in the corner to McDermott, and he nails a 3. He has 17 in the game now, and it's back to a 9-point advantage. Biggest lead of the second half for the Eagles. Ballard puts it up, can't get it to go. Ahead of the pack, Kamara to McDermott, and it's been stretched out to an 11-point lead, 75-64, 6:23 to go. We'll go ahead and take a quick 30 and come back on the Eagle Sports Network right after this.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
We are back. It was 66-62 not very long ago. Eagles on a 9-2 run since then, and they've stretched it out to a 75-64 advantage. Mentioned some of our great sponsors, the corporate sponsors of Eagle Athletics include MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company here in Fayette. Ballard with the basketball. 6:15 to go here in quarter number 4. That's Durant. McDermott on him. Ballard with Lyles on him, and now he's got double team to try and get the ball out of his hands. Austin. Step through. Can't get it to go. And it goes out of bounds off of Austin. .5:56 to go. Eagles with the lead and the ball. 11-point advantage. This group has stretched it out. That would be Lyles, McDermott, McGrew. McDermott got a 3, lined up again, hits another one. This is the way he started out the ball game. Had 10 points immediately. Now he's got 22, and they're all coming in bunches. Durant banks it in over Bevins. Lyle's going to slow it down again. Kamara to the hoop. Fouled as he gets there. It's only foul number 3 against the Warriors here in the second half. But that's foul number 3 on Dean Austin.
Entering the contest for the Warriors, number 2, Davis.
DeMonte Davis back in. Austin will check out. 5:13 to go. 12-point advantage as Whitehorse checks in. Kamara, Bevins, Lyles, McDermott got another 3 lined up. That one's off the mark, no good. Bevins battles for it, but Davis comes down with it. McGrew had it. Davis ran into him, and we'll see what that will end up being. That will be a foul on Davis. First personal foul. Team foul number 4. We still have a ways to go. Each side with 4 team fouls here in the second half. Zone defense employed by Bacone right now. Lyles, lob to Kamara underneath, catch and score. And it's a 14-point advantage. Eagles have outscored Bacone here in the second half 35-20 and have a 14-point advantage. Kyle McDermott called for a foul, second personal foul for him, team foul number 5 as we approach 1-on-1 territory for Bacone. Ballard in the corner, kind of trapped. Durant with the basketball. Eagles look like they're playing zone now too. 1-2-2. Kamara in the right spot to steal the ball. Up ahead to McGrew. Wants to go to the hoop, but he's going to be fouled by Shaquem Prince Sadler. His second personal foul, team foul number 5. Both teams with 5. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Kamara. Lyles. Almost a nice play as McDermott missed. A tip, but it was just tipped too hard. And there's a tip that's going to go, and I think that is Prince Sadler with his 5th point in the ball game. Back to 12 with 3:50 to go. Kamara, Bevins, foul as he goes to the basket. Played a little baseline give and go. So Chandler Bevins to the free throw line. He's got 6 in the ball game.
contest for the Eagles, number 3, Austin Fisher. Here in the contest for the Warriors, number 15, Stephen Moore.
Austin Fisher back in. Stephen Moore back in for Bacone. Bevins missed the first free throw. He's 0 for 3 from the free throw line. Make it 1 for 4. And it's a 13-point advantage, as Lyles has done a nice job taking Ballard out of the ball game for the time being. And this zone forcing them out a little further. Durant. Davis. Nowhere to go. Gives it back to Prince Sadler. Durant. 6 on the shot clock. There's a 3 on the way. No good. And another rebound for Kamara. He's got 14 rebounds in the game right now, to go along with 14 points. McDermott, Fisher. Kamara, baseline fake, but he travels before he gets to the hoop. McGrew getting ready to check back in. Lyles checks out. And a timeout. We'll keep it here and tell you that some stuff about our sponsors. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider. Family owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all your internet needs. (81-68), 13-point. Ready to get back to it. Davis, Ballard, Prince Sadler, Durant. And I'm looking to see who and Moore on the floor for Bacone. It's Durant. Pulls up, jumper on the way, can't get it to go. There is Kamara with another rebound. That's number 15 in the ball game for him. McDermott pulls it out. Underneath, nice pass to Kamara. Lays it up and in, and it's a 15-point advantage with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Ballard in the corner, goes baseline, loses it out of bounds, but it's knocked out by Bevins and will stay with Bacone. Davis to bring it in. Up to Ballard. 20 on the shot clock. Shouldn't be an issue because they've got to hurry up and try and score. Davis, Ballard in the corner, nice catch. Baseline jumper can't go for Prince Sadler. Kamara with another rebound. Coach Sherman wants them to spread the thing out and run some clock. McGrew gets a screen from Bevins. Tries to pass the ball to Bevins. It'd be a jump ball, held ball. Not always a good idea to try and bounce pass in the lane to your big guy.
Entering the contest for the Warriors, number 0, Eaton Smith.
Eaton Smith checks into the game. Checking out is Stephen Moore. I don't know why everybody's on this end of the floor. It's Bacone basketball. And now they say it is Central Methodist basketball on the alternating possession. That's why they were all down here. The players knew. McGrew. Bevins. Fisher. No reason to get in a big hurry. Kick it back out. McGrew with a 3 on the way. Can't get it to go. Kamara kicks it back out, run some more clock. Not in the bonus yet, so got a ways to go for that. McDermott, Bevins. Back to McDermott, hits a three. Under a minute to go. Fifth three of the ball game for Kyle McDermott. And there's a turnover as Smith wanted to pass it and then tried to pull it back and not do that, and he's called for palming the basketball, traveling with it. 47 seconds to go, and it's an 18-point advantage for the Eagles. It was 46-45 Bacone at the half. They've scored 22 here in the second half, and the Eagles have scored 40. McGrew, Fisher, McDermott underneath the Bevins all by himself, lays it up and in, and he's got 9 in the ball game now. And it's a 20-point advantage. Spinning and putting it up, trying to get it to go, was Ballard. Couldn't do it. Kamara going to pull it down and wait as the shot clock is off. Just the game clock. McDermott has it. Asks if he should put up a three, and he's told no. And Kamara keeps him from doing it by coming over and blocking him out of the way. So there's your final score. 88-68 is the final. Central Methodist with their first win of the year. They go to 1-2. Bacone, everybody waves goodbye to everybody else. Social distancing. The crowd's getting ready to get out of here. Crowd getting ready. Our camera person just lost the camera, so if you don't have a picture, that's why right now. You just got sound. But it's 88-68 is our final. That'll do it from Puckett Fieldhouse in here in Fayette. Come back tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Central Methodist University football, the finale of the season here in Fayette. This is Charlie Brown. Thanks for tuning in tonight. 88-68 is your final.